if you had to pick one party in the relationship to need the other party, who do you think it's more important to need the other for the relationship to last?
Men or
so let me
women?
say this again. So let me be clear about this. Assuming one party needs the other,
More.
right? Whether it's the man needing the woman or the woman needing the man, which dynamic you think is more conducive to a long-term successful relationship? We'll start here and then work our way back around.
I feel like,
Does the man need the woman or the woman need the man for the relationship to actually last?
nah, that's a tricky question, but because I have brothers, I'm gonna speak on the behalf of
You
my
got this,
brothers.
sis.
It's fine, whatever you want to say.
You know, a man don't really need a woman, cause y'all basically have like most men that grew up in a household with their mom. They teach them how to cook. They teach them how to do everything for themselves. So
The men?
I'm gonna say, okay, you're
Hold
saying.
on, whoa. Let her finish her point and then we'll get to
it's
you.
like, you know,
So who do you think needs who more? For the relationship to last, who do you think needs to need who?
I think the woman need the man.
Okay.
More.
Don't come for me now. But
Why?
I just,
Hey, it's why you engage.
Why?
All right. Well, she just explained why.
Because men are taught how to cook.
No, she said that,
And clean?
she said men are taught how to be self-sufficient to a degree is what she was basically saying.
Okay.
Cooking is just one example she gave, but that's fine. What about you? What do you think?
Well,
For the dynamic to last, who do you think needs to need who?
a man needs to need a woman or
You think a
love
man
the
needs to
woman
need the
more.
woman?
There you
Like
go.
they need to, like,
Okay.
yeah,
Worship the
love
woman?
it, worship them. Like, I think
Okay.
someone has to love someone more, and at this point,
Has to be the man.
Okay.
Yeah,
so you
has to
think
be
the
the
man, okay, need love, okay, we can say that that's the same thing essentially. So you're saying the man needs to need the woman and or love the woman more.
yes.
Okay.
Oh.
All right, what about you? What do you think?
I ain't gonna lie. I understand from both sides. I'm that type of person.
To the mic.
so- I understand from both sides. So to me, I feel like it has to be in the middle. The man has to want the woman, and the woman's gonna have to want the man.
Amen.
Because
that's not realistic.
That's not gonna happen.
That's not realistic. In every single dynamic, okay,
It
in
doesn't
every single
happen.
social dynamic, there's always someone who has leverage, whether it's a business relationship, an establishment. There are always, in every relationship, there's one party that needs the other party more. I'm simply asking, it could be 51%, 49%.
Yeah.
But who needs to need who more, in your opinion? For the relationship to last, I think that's the key here. Not just to be in a relationship, but for the relationship to last. Do you think the man needs to need the woman more or the woman needs to need the man more for the relationship dynamic to last?
Okay. I think it's the man need the woman.
Okay, man needs the woman.
From what I've seen.
All right.
Because you know what I'm saying. Half of the time, like females, we take a lot. Like she said earlier, females were strong, but we're most likely the ones to leave. To be honest, like I'm be real, it's very rare. I heard my homeboys like they may talk their shit, like yeah, I'm done with that bitch, fuck that bitch, but they really don't leave. You feel me? Like it takes the female to leave for a nigga to be like, oh, she left me. Oh, fuck that. Now I'm finna go. You feel me? Do my thing. So I feel like it's the man need the woman because they eventually always come back, and that's what I feel like. I don't know. 'Cause I don't feel like no female.
You do
need
realize
no
that you
man.
just contradicted yourself, right?
I said both, but you want me to pick, so I'm just.
Well, I said the question was who needs to like or who needs to need and or love, whatever term you guys want to use, for the relationship to last. But then in your example, you just specified that women are the ones that are more likely to leave.
Men. The man need them. How? I just said what it is. The man's gonna love the woman more because
Yeah,
the
but you
women,
just said
the
that women
women
are more
always
likely to
leave.
leave, and I said that women, and I said for the relationship to actually last. Okay, that's fine. What about you?
Same
Okay,
answer, nigga.
so at first I was going to say that women definitely need to love the man first, but the way that you reworded the question and the dynamic of the relationship, I feel like men are way more easier to leave than women.
Yeah.
Women are gonna stay through thick and thin, whether you cheat on her,
Really?
whether you get somebody pregnant,
That's
whether
true.
you know she just walked in on you fucking somebody else.
You're preaching.
Women are gonna stay. But in order for the relationship, who needs who more? I feel like
Merch.
women need the men more. Because at the end of the day, why do you think these women stay in 3, 4, 5, 7, 10-year relationships, even though the man has done them dirt? Why do you think marriages still work to this day, or the old marriages actually in case? Because it's been 50 years, and how many times has that man screwed up? But how many years they still been married together?
All right, so you
Why?
think
Because
women
the
need men
have
more,
stayed.
but then you also made the argument that men leave relationships more than women do?
Yes, because at the end of the day, men are quick
That's
to
not
leave.
true. That's
Men
not
are-
correct at all.
Why do you say that?
Statistically speaking, women end 70 to 80% of the relationships.
Yeah,
Look
but
at divorce.
after how many times?
That's true.
After how many
Random.
times? After how many times have they stayed? After how many years have they stayed?
matter.
And
It
then
doesn't
ended up
matter. They
leaving?
still end
They
it.
still leave.
But how many times are men? What? How many times have men be like? Have
You
men
catch
have
me
done
cheating,
their-
are you gonna stay?
Okay then.
That's
but that's
not-
not even. Yes, it is. Yes,
no,
it
but
is.
the argument is who ends up leaving. It's women.
No, the argument.
Doesn't matter how it happens. They
The
still leave.
argument actually was who needs who more in the relationship.
In order for it to last.
In order for it to work.
Yes, but you
Therefore,
substantiated your stance on a faulty premise.
He kills me when he talks.
at the end of the day, women need men more because at the end of
That's
the day,
fine.
women stay longer and would stay and through a whole bunch of bullshit before leaving a man.
That's
a
not
man,
true.
A man can cheat 5,000 times, and that man.
I understand your conclusion, but the way you got to your conclusion is incorrect.
Listen, okay, so let me fix it for you. Let me help you understand where I'm coming from.
Okay.
A man can cheat 5,000 times, and that lady will still stay there
Sure.
through thick and thin.
Every
But
lady?
as soon as a woman cheats, it's, oh my God, it's the end of the world. I can't believe you did this to me. I'm leaving.
Okay.
Point blank.
Once again,
Sorry.
so you can say that, you can use the example of cheating, but statistically speaking, women overwhelmingly end relationships more than
But
men
at
do.
the end of the day,
and they
you're,
leave.
you're speaking about statistically, but how many women in those statistics have left after the first, second, third, fifth, 5, 6, 17
But the
times?
statistic,
irrelevant.
the statistic not
Yeah,
about
they
that. The
talking
statistic
statistics.
literally
It is
states
that's irrelevant.
we just
No,
leave.
it is relevant because think about it. It don't matter. What do you talk? It is relevant because at the end of the day, the woman could leave after the 7th time, but she still ended up leaving. That's why the
The
statistic.
bottom line is that
that's
women
why
leave
this-
more, is my
that's why
point.
the-
Men
okay.
don't leave relationships, women do.
And he's telling you because I just said that.
But
I
you're
heard
not-
that.
How did you come to your hypothesis? Like, how'd you come to that
Men
point?
don't even
What's
leave
your
for
source,
real,
though?
because
But
they
the
don't
women-
stop
the
talking to you for
women-
like 6 months to a year and still probably
back.
double back to see what you got going on.
Hey,
If you
I'm
still
back.
got stupidness going on, then he just don't
But
bother
how many
with you.
times
But
do
if
women be delusional
That's
and
true.
stay?
I mean, some of
Men
y'all
too.
get y'all
Oh, okay.
delusionalness from the little person in y'all
Okay.
head too. Now your
All right.
friends.
So this is an example of what I mean when I say I can say something that's factual and you'll argue with me about a fact. Like,
I'm not arguing with you on what's
Well, what's your
statistical.
source?
I'm not arguing on the fact that women leave more than men. I'm not saying that. But how many times does it take
you're
a woman
talking about
to
the why
leave?
when the why isn't relevant.
But yes, it is.
It isn't.
But it is because at the
Because
end
you
of the day,
made
we
you
talk
made the
about
argument that women leave that
We
men
can have- we
that
can-
men are more likely to leave relationships. That's factually incorrect. It's 100% that's
and
wrong. That's straight
you
up wrong.
corrected me on that, and I corrected myself, and I said at the end of the day, okay, if women leave more, how many times did it take that woman to leave? That's what I'm saying. You're not focused on the how many times. You're focused on the fact that women leave in general.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's the pertinent part of the conversation.
But how many times did it take a man to leave? Then
Because
compared
remember,
to
what was the
how many
original
times does a
question I
woman
asked?
take
What was
to
the original
leave?
question I asked?
How long? I mean, which partner
likes-
needs to love each other more in order for it to last?
And what did I say?
Oh, and for it to last, correct?
What did I say?
So therefore, for it to last, that means no party can leave, correct? Okay. And then she made the argument that men leave more, and I said no, they don't. It's the women that leave more.
Yeah,
See
I
how
even
it's
said
pertinent
women
now?
leave. I even said women leave in my argument.
You see now why it's pertinent for me to correct you on that stance because it's critical to the question.
You would think
Gotcha.
you would think you still stand by that in this generation.
It's even more so. Do you look at divorce rates?
I do actually.
Okay, so then who leaves more?
Women.
That's
Isn't it?
that's what he's
my.
saying.
But under,
What are you arguing?
But are we going to argue about statistics or are we going to argue behind the facts of statistics? Yes, women leave more, but how many times
But
does it
that's
take
not
for
the
how many
point.
times?
That's not the point, though.
Yes, but
It's the
it tunes
point, but
into
that's
the
not
point
the
though.
What they
point right
focus on.
now.
Because at the end of the day,
But I
Incredible.
understand.
I
what
can
you're
say
saying.
that a
Yo,
man leaves more, but a man will leave off the first, second
Guys, by the
time
way,
it
we're gonna go
happens.
Rumble at this point. Come on over to Rumble, and then we'll
Yeah, let's just
clip.
finish with this line of question, then we'll switch over.
Yeah, to Rumble. Yeah.
But
Come on
we're
over,
gonna
guys.
we're gonna start switching over to Rumble here in a second. Sorry. So yeah, go ahead. You were saying something.
I'm saying, yes, women are more likely to leave, but how many times, how long has it took them to leave a relationship compared to how long does it take a man to leave a relationship? A man will stay in a relationship with a female. Why? Because they're pussy. Point blank. Period. I
No,
don't
not
care.
really.
I don't care if the girl is being annoying. Because guess what? When I call her at 10 o'clock at night, what's she gonna do? Pick up and give me some pussy, right or right?
You're changing the premise of the conversation.
I'm not
The question
it
was
still
purely
plays into the part.
this is why oh
This
my
is
God.
why what?
This is
I mean,
why,
some women are great conversation holders. Like, coochie don't be everything. Like, a man will
No, I'm
literally
not
call
saying that.
a female at 2
Do
o'clock
you guys
in the
just see
morning.
how we just deviated into a whole
Right.
other
It's
thing?
just.
Deviated into a
All
whole
right.
other
Next
conversation.
question. We ain't getting nowhere.
The question was simply, what party needs to need the other more
In order for it
the
to
relationship to last?
And I answered the question.
And then you said, I think women need to like men more. And I was like, okay, that's your stance. but then you went ahead and said, I think that because men leave relationships more than women do, and that's just not factually correct.
What can I say how I feel? Since I ain't
Let's
go?
just say I'm the last one.
That's just not factually correct. So, I mean,
Waiting on that.
that's an interesting
Yeah.
way to come to
Me,
that
I don't
conclusion.
know. From everyone's point of view, I don't know. But to me, we need each other. If we can't have each other, it ain't never gonna work.
But
Okay.
that's what I said.
That's a politically correct answer, but to actually answer the question, what party needs to like or
I'll
need
say
the other one
this
more?
is y'all don't jump on my shit now, but this is just for me.
The woman
I
need
feel
the
like
man.
I feel like a man needs a woman because at the end
man
of the
needs a
day,
woman.
I'm gonna tell you, at the
said
end
that.
of the day, when stuff goes wrong, who does a man run to?
A
Either
woman.
the mom
A woman.
or his woman, right?
Or
his sister.
or his
Any
sister.
woman.
But the main two, I'm going to my mom
And my
or my
female.
woman. When stuff crumbles,
Wait,
when
what
stuff hit
crumbles?
the fan,
What stuff?
anything,
What
it doesn't
Anything.
matter.
The
Anything.
Exactly.
Anything in your life.
Life.
man,
Anything
life.
hits the
Life,
fan,
life,
I'm gonna,
financially.
Half of y'all can't even fucking twist a damn jar off the lid of a
can.
jar.
Listen,
I
that
can
don't
do
matter.
that.
I'm
No,
talking,
no,
we're
no.
talking about men and women, not girls and boys.
All right, so you're saying when things go bad, he calls his mom or his girl. Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Question for you then. Where did you what made you come to that conclusion? Is it past experiences maybe?
Yes.
Yes.
And
Okay.
I've dealt with
So
someone.
every guy that you know has went to their mother or girlfriend.
I'm not gonna say every guy, but most people
That I know.
mom, come on, you have a lot of mama's boys now. Come on,
Okay.
and girls be mad about that
Y'all
shit.
ain't dating them though.
I date.
Yeah, you damn right, cause my baby a mama's boy, and I love it. So yeah,
All right. So so your guy that you're with now?
no, not my guy that I'm with now, because
Exactly.
rest in peace,
The
his
baby-
mom is deceased.
Yeah, his
Okay.
mom's not here.
But okay, past
So the baby's
relationship.
past relationships. They
I'm
went to
not
their,
gonna say who. I'm just past relationship.
Okay.
Not gonna put anything on it.
Okay.
Always ran to the mom.
Okay. He went to the
Shit.
mom.
Yes, and sometimes
Okay.
when him and the mom into it, he coming to me.
Okay.
I know everything about
Now let me
your
ask you this:
situations.
did he have a father?
Oh,
yeah.
he getting somewhere.
He had a father
you
dead,
go.
but he had a father figure. You understand?
That's
Okay.
why he
The
asking.
man that's been
But he
there
didn't have.
his
But
whole life.
he
loved
didn't have
him.
a biological father.
He did, but you know
He wasn't
things
there.
just what. Yeah, basically.
Why
So you feel like it's
why
a
you
difference
shouting?
if they did?
Oh, I am.
I feel like you're shouting.
I'm sorry. Let me scoot back a little bit.
Yeah, she was yelling.
I'm sorry, you guys.
Okay.
So interesting. So the men that the past relationship and the men that you're framing here, you're saying that they normally go to the, the matriarch in their family.
Not just speaking
Do you
on my
think-
relationships.
Okay,
yes.
but other men.
Yes.
Do you think that's a byproduct of them coming from fatherless households?
Maybe.
Yep.
It could be
I do.
because sometimes if a man ain't got his dad, I mean, all I have is my mom to go to.
Yeah.
She's the only one that's, guiding me. I don't have a father figure to teach me to be an actual man. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand.
So, yeah.
Do you think that's the, assuming you have both parents, do you think the mother is the person to go to for problem solving? Assuming you had both parents, who do you think would be the better problem solver
I mean,
in a
sometimes
healthy relationship?
it just depends because this is just me. I just feel like, okay, the son is closer to the mom, so he's going to always go to the mom, for... It depends on what it is, but he's gonna go to the mom because she's always gonna show that love and affection. I go to dad, man up,
Yeah, but who do you think is actually better for the problem solving is what I'm asking. Not about who feels better or whatever, but who do you think is going to actually be able to solve the problem, assuming you have both parents in a stable household?
I feel like it depends on the situation.
Yeah, it depends on the
'cause my-
situation.
my-
Every
my-
situation's
my-
different.
my
Well, she gave more like seems like financial issues, like you said business crumbling or something like that was one
No,
of the
I
things you
just
made?
said anything hits the
In
fan.
your
It doesn't
life.
matter what it is. It could be anything that's happening in your life.
And the
Not
woman
even
gonna be there.
financially. It's just anything. Me and this person going through it. Your mom gonna sit through it there and listen. She's a woman. Your dad, man, I ain't trying to hear that shit.
Some dads now, not all.
I'm just saying, but okay, where I'm from, I'm just saying a lot of dads.
Ain't there.
Yeah.
Real
at
talk.
all.
I'm gonna speak from where I'm from, kinda. That's some hood shit,
I feel it, and I
Yeah.
understand 110%.
And
Do you think that's the most appropriate way to deal with problems, though? Is going to the mom?
No.
I feel like
Merch.
whoever can help you, that's who you should go to. Whoever has the right path for you, that's who you should go to. Man or woman, it doesn't matter.
I feel like I'm in the middle with that because when it comes to a relationship, you can't go to your mama for everything. Male wise, you really can't.
That's why I said
Female or
it depends.
male or female.
It, like I said, it depends on the person and the situation. Like everybody ain't mature
you
to deal
said
with
go
that.
to in a relationship. I'm just saying.
No, I'm saying in
period.
general. Like sometimes going to your peoples, your mom, it ain't good sometimes.
As a
'cause
grown up,
sometimes
I
it
don't
can-
feel like you need to go to anyone with your relationship because that
That's-
messes your
that
people
part.
up
Their
with
image
them.
of that person.
Yeah, keep
Say it
your
again.
relationship between y'all. I don't care what you go through, how bad it is. If you're not gonna go to the police about it, then shut up. You're gonna
Leave
go
it
back.
alone.
Shut
I
up.
feel like, you know, because I'm speaking from a place where, you know, both my parents, they're not together, but you know, I could still call either one of them.
Right.
And then
Active
my partners, his parents are still actively together.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like me and him will have problems. Depending on what the situation is, he'll
Hold on,
call
hold
his
on.
mama.
Wait.
Oh, he
You
calling
finish
his
your
mama?
point. No, finish your point, and then
Oh.
we'll make the switch.
Oh, like depending on what we going through, he'll probably call his mama. And if we going through something serious, like, you know, you don't need a female standpoint, because, you know, we're considered most nurturing creatures, like we're emotional. So before we think about logic, we thinking about how
our
somebody about to
emotions.
die,
Yeah.
how we feel, we putting our feelings into it. So it ain't logic, it ain't wisdom at all. It don't make no sense. You just thinking from your heart and your booty crack.
No, I'm just.
So,
it just depends on
It
the
depends
age.
on the age. But I would say it's not good to tell people your business, but being that I'm young and I do have older friends, sometimes you need that mature
Yeah.
advice.
And
So
Point of view.
it might not
Yeah.
be your mama that you want to go to tell
It
your
don't have to
business,
be.
but you know, somebody that, you know, has that little old soul in them that, you know, give you that, not what you looking to hear, but what you need to hear.
Right.
Yes. I don't want to have a yes man as a friend. I want to have somebody who's gonna keep it real with me 100%, whether I'm gonna
Right.
get mad or not.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So I'll give my take on this because this is interesting that you guys think. Most of you think that man needs the woman.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of you guys gave basically reasons why you think she's single. She's too dominant, assertive. One of you didn't know. One, you think the ego because she's accomplished and
That
it's
was you.
men's fault.
Me.
And then looking you think it's her. She's just looking in the wrong places for a guy. So guys, come on over to Rumble and we'll continue the discussion over there because you guys were wrong about so much stuff, but that's fine. We'll go continue.
Oh
over
my
Is
god.
it us being wrong or is
But
it us just
we
having
need-
an opinion?
Your
Yeah,
opinion.
it's
I mean,
opinion
your
for sure.
takes are
Girl,
definitely wrong.
If you
That's
want to
fine.
be on
It's
here,
an
you gotta
opinion,
understand.
yeah.
This man go off straight statistics, so ain't no point of arguing with this man.
But you have to give me.
I
You
learned
have
that
to
a
be
long
me
time
the
ago.
source,
There's no point.
How you know
please.
that?
Oh,
This is not my first
how do
time.
you know that?
It's
It's been
okay.
like 2 years ago.
Thank you. And I seen what y'all do to other people. I'm a great observer. Okay.